What's your challenge?
Okay, so we moved into the condo.
Get one more table.
Do you like how it turned out?
Debbie, can you get one more table?
Not really.
I help you. Today's winner of What Would Rebecca Do is Brittany Wang from Connecticut. I'm really excited about today's winner, and here's why. A couple of reasons. Number one, she's newly married. I love newlyweds. Number two, she lives in a tiny, and I mean tiny space. I love decorating tiny spaces. And number three, she's a youth worker at her church. I think that's a pretty good calling. I am so excited to do your apartment. I absolutely love challenging tiny spaces. This is your living room and your kitchen. Woohoo! They actually have to go down like a couple of floors or a floor or something. They gotta go a long ways to get to a real kitchen. So a kitchenette in their space, very important. It looks like you guys have basically taken a lot of little pieces and just tried to make it work. You have a very nice little built-in here, and you've used it for books and, well, pretty much a catch-all for everything, because where else is it gonna go? You do have a plant, good job. So let's get started with what Rebecca would do. Let's talk about maximizing your space. I'm going to recommend that you get yourself a few new pieces of furniture. I'm going to show you some IKEA pieces that you can consider. Again, I don't have measurements, so I'm guessing, but your corner piece would fit right about here. You may be able to put this skinny one right here, and then this large one with the drawers right in this space, and you may have room enough for another skinny one. Can you imagine how that would give you so much more working space? My concern is the height of this space right here is going to be less than 36 inches, which is standard for a kitchen cabinet. However, all of these pieces have right here a baseboard, and those baseboards are usually 4 inches. So I would say build these and do not include the baseboard. You'll also have to get a countertop. You see these don't come with countertops, so you need to do that. But you do that, and honestly, you're gonna have so much more working space in this kitchen. Now over here on this wall, you have a very small TV stand, and I get it. I mean, I'm sure you don't feel like you have room for anything, but here's what I think you should do. Let's nix this piece, keep the television, and we're gonna get something to put all of these other pieces in. I think this particular unit is really nice, and I do believe that all three of these pieces would fit here perfectly. If you put your cabinet here, move your television up a little bit, and then you put your upper storage here, look at that. That would be so sleek and so cool, and all these DVDs and all this stuff could go up into these cabinets or down into these. I just think it'd be amazing. You've got an ottoman right here, which I'm sure is comfortable to put your feet up on, but this needs to be a storage ottoman. This project is all about maximizing your space. So if this isn't a storage ottoman, I think you should change it out. Here's one that I found, again at IKEA. This is not a paid video. IKEA has no idea I'm giving their name out. They should, and they should pay me, but they don't. But I'm not bitter. Second thing I would do is I would separate this space, the kitchen, from the living room. I don't know. I just don't think that that would be very calming to come home to at night. Right here, I would put in some room divider shades. Now, when I say that, looks like I'm all about IKEA today, and I actually kind of am. Look at these. These are called curtain panels. It does not fold up like a curtain normally does. It hangs flat. Here's the kind of rod that they recommend using. But for you, you don't even need to get this rod. All you need to get are these panels and hang them straight from the ceiling. Do you know how many ways you can use wall panels? Do you know how many ways I have used wall panels? I think they're meant to just be like a flat window treatment. I use them to decorate. Here is my son, Scott. You guys know Scott, right? This was his very first apartment. He was 18 years old and he moved up to Seattle, and here's what we did. That is a wall panel from IKEA. This was one of Scott's places when he moved again. We used those panels again, same exact ones that are woven inside of a closet. Those panels, I'm telling you what, those panels have been everywhere. Scott has moved many times.
Does this mean you don't need me anymore? Should we tell her now or after the video?
Then, I'm going to suggest number 3, that we add some softening touches. This pillow has all kinds of different color polka dots. It brings in the color of your paint, it brings in the color of your furniture, and it brings in the color of your sofa. Look how cute it is with the panels that I just showed you. Very cute. You also might want to add a throw at the end of the chaise part of your sofa. In my earlier drawing that I was just playing around, I actually took the throw and I threw it over the end of the sofa there. These are those panels that separate things. Brittany, do you have any money to buy some of these things? I hate to ask you because you're probably on a really tight budget, but why don't you pray about it? And then the last thing you want to do is you want to add a window treatment. So I would take another one of these panels right here. You can either put this across the top and just cut it, literally cut it. I have used these panels for so many things in my kids' own spaces. I don't know, maybe I'd point it. Maybe I'd add a little tassel, okay? This wall, you can leave it plain, and maybe that's what you should do. Maybe that would just be best because it's such a small space. If you want to add something to this, I would measure from the door out, probably, 6 inches. You kind of want to make sure that you can balance it on either side. Last thing, I would add lamps to either side of this television. But here's what I would do if I was you. I would eliminate 2 shelves, 2 out, okay? Take out this one and take out this one. Leave the bottom 2 for books or frames or whatever you need to store down there. But in here, I would add a piece of art. I think an art piece inside of a bookshelf looks amazing. I also think it'd be cool to do a small, cool little light fixture in here so that you could add light. And just imagine how pretty it would be at night when you're watching television to have these 2 lamps on, a little light inside of this alcove, and a piece of art hanging on the back wall. You could put boxes down here, you could put books, you could do all kinds of things. You could put, well, I was gonna say wine, but you're working at church, and so maybe that's, oh, and it's a Baptist church too. Never mind on the wine, Brittany. One last thing, take this little tree and put it over there. Looks like this door opens out. I'm thinking it looks like it opens that direction. If that's the case, you can put a tree, your little plant right there. Please leave me a comment below and let me know, were any of the ideas that I came up with for Brittany useful for you in maybe your small space? I hope so. What was your favorite idea that I shared today? All right, we look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye. He moves a lot. That's pretty much all I can say about that. He gets around. No. You know, you kids nowadays, people my age, we can't say anything without getting in trouble. Things mean different things now than they used to.